Hello Virgo, so I'm doing your weekly tarot from May the 27th to June the 3rd. Just to let you all know as well that there is a gang of prolific thieves who are continuing to steal my content and to put them on their AI channels, okay? So please make sure that you're watching my readings from my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot. Okay, so any of my videos that appear on any channel that does not have my name attached to it, then you're going to be watching stolen content. Okay, right, so you have got new beginnings, Virgo, and this one says this fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of either a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby, and abundance comes in many forms. Okay, so yeah, that's very true. Like the word abundance, it means lots of different things to lots of people. To some it could mean an abundance of money and wealth, material possessions, and for others it can mean an abundance of time or health or ideas. Okay, abundance is basically what you make it. All right, so bottom line, if you're planning on starting a new business or a new venture or a new idea, okay, a new project, you're having some sort of new beginning here that does affect your life in very profound and beautiful ways. And they're saying that that this is needing your care, your time, your attention, and it's needing for you to nurture it the same as you would a brand new baby. Okay, right, so we'll find out more about this energy. Hope, so hope is being restored. It says hope is always there even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. And it says positive thoughts and beliefs can literally change you, right? So your perspective is absolutely everything, Virgo. Now, this new beginning does bring with it hope, but it also brings with it answered prayers as well. See, with that rainbow, and then you've got that dove. So yeah, answered prayers all over your energy. Right, let's get the tarot on this and we'll see if we can dig a little bit deeper into what's going on here. Right, so can you tell us more about these new beginnings and hope for Virgo? Strangely enough, Virgo, I feel someone is either dealing with an Aquarius or you've got Aquarius placements in your chart somewhere. I don't know why that energy is coming through. If you're not, or if you don't have those placements in your chart, then don't worry about it. I'm probably picking up on Aquarius energy because there could be something to do with you rebelling or you going against the grain, you doing something completely new, completely unexpected, quite adventurous, right? Maybe that's where the Aquarian influence is coming from, but it's definitely there, which is why I mentioned it, right? So you've got the Three of Pentacles that's come out off balance. Virgo, you're not wanting anybody to interfere with what you've got going on right now. And here's the thing, right, with this energy, it feels to me like you're potentially going to be offered help, right? Now, it's not that you're ungrateful for the offer or anything like that. You just don't want help at the moment. Do you know what I mean? It feels to me like at this time, you're just wanting to be left alone in your own space so that you can, you know, procrastinate a little bit, test things out by yourself, see what works, see what doesn't. Again, it's not that you're ungrateful for what's being offered, right? You just don't want anyone to interfere. I am understanding this energy as a little bit of well, yeah, it's not a little bit of caution. It is a lot of caution, right? It's a lot of caution on your part. Because number one, you don't know if this new beginning, this new idea, new venture, whatever this is, you don't know if it's going to work. And it's kind of saying that at the moment, at least, until you know that it's going to work, you don't want anyone else involved with that process. When you find out actually it does work, now is the right time to bring other people in. Then you're going to do it. Now, the thing with that energy is, again, emphasis on you're not being ungrateful. You just don't need anyone else's involvement right now. That might be read across from the other side of the table as you sort of pushing them away, right? You kind of are, but you're not, right? They might take it personally is what I'm getting at. Okay, Virgo. So it's just to be aware of that. And honestly, Virgo, right now, you've got too much going on. You're not needing to be worried about stroking someone else's ego right now, right? Or anything like that. You've just got far too much going on at the moment. So, yeah, let's take a look. The Two of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, yeah. You're winging it, okay? You're winging it. You're feeling out the situation, trying lots of things, lots of different ways, seeing what sticks. And for you this week, Virgo, that approach is actually going to work, okay? The Seven of Pentacles tells us that that approach is absolutely the correct one for you to take this week, and it works for you, and that's the main thing, because this is your journey, your venture, your ideas, right? Like this is yours, this is your thing, and your approach, as I say, is the best one for you. The other thing with this Two of Swords, it indicates to me that there's a little bit of uncertainty, right? And that is perfectly normal given what you're looking at here, right? You're looking at a brand new beginning. Of course, there's going to be uncertainty surrounding your brand new beginning, right? Can you tell us more for this energy for Virgo? Can you tell us more? The King of Cups off balance. Okay. A little bit of emotional dysregulation with the King of Cups. Now, obviously, I don't know if that's your energy, Virgo, or if that's someone else that you're dealing with. This feeling a bit emotionally out of sorts, right? It could be either. But they're saying here, try not to overthink it, because whoever that is, they are going to get over it, okay? And that could be yourself as well. Like, if you're feeling emotionally dysregulated at this time, then you're going to feel differently next week. You're going to be able to overcome it, okay? Right, why is this happening? So this is the catalyst, hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Well, maybe it already has, because it's a catalytic energy. Perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what is hidden, we can become free, rejecting denial and facing a challenge head on. Okay, I very much suspect, Virgo, that actually something has already come out to light, which has been the catalyst to you starting this new beginning and you feeling hopeful about it. Okay, maybe there has been some sort of old memory that popped up, like an old trauma or something, and then you realizing, oh shit, okay, that no longer affects me the way that it used to. That no longer has a hold over me the way that it used to. And then you finding freedom in that, okay, because it's a very healing thing to happen, right? So old fears and old concerns, any old setbacks, anything like that, it's now a non-issue. Okay, can you tell us more? Yeah, the Ace of Swords. I hate to sound cheesy, but it's literally you living authentically. Okay, see with that crown, that's all about your own sovereignty. And for some of you, that might have been a challenge for you to honour your own sovereignty. But now it's no longer a challenge because it's the Ace of Swords, and you're willing to take on this brand new challenge that is this new beginning, right? You're willing to take that on. You're giving it everything that you've got with this Ace of Swords, right? You're cutting through everything that was basically stunting your own growth here. Okay, as far as a catalytic message goes, it's a very powerful one. The Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, wanting better for yourself, wanting better for your family, actively working towards creating a much better, far more prosperous and healthy future for yourself and your loved ones. Again, this is catalytic energies, okay? It feels to me like you're determined to advance yourself in many different ways that, honestly, I understand your reasons now behind wanting to do this by yourself. It's kind of like you're pushing yourself, you're testing yourself to see if you can. Okay, and I do see you being very successful with this venture, Virgo, whatever this is. Okay, I really, really do. And again, purely because of your sheer amounts of determination here. Okay, right, so what's going on in your blind spot? Solitude. Think of, quote unquote, being alone as you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. Okay, so your greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. To break that down, Virgo, it's in your blind spot. It's saying you don't have to try so hard. You're already doing brilliantly. Okay, whatever you're currently doing, keep doing it because it is working. It is going to pay off. Okay, you don't have to push yourself beyond your own limits in order to be successful. Whatever your version of success is, because you're already successful. You don't have to force the inspiration to come because it will flow when it's supposed to. Okay, learning to be comfortable in your own skin can indicate loneliness, right? And that being in your blind spot, maybe there is a message there about feeling lonely that has pushed you to want better for yourself, right? Because this is blind spot energy. This is stuff that is going on a very deep, either subconscious level or spiritual level that might not be immediately obvious to yourself. Okay, it's kind of like the doorway behind why we do certain things sometimes, right? So yeah, I am reading this as you doing good in your own company, feeling safe in your own company, not needing a lot of noise and bullshit around you, right? And in fact, this week, Virgo, you definitely are appreciative of those quieter moments, right? Can you tell us more? Thank you. Yeah, see, strength. I knew it. Strength in the upright position, which obviously is strength. It's courage, it's dignity, and influence as well. So, Virgo, with this being in your blind spot, I do get the distinct impression that you're influencing others to follow suit. I do feel like you have got certain individuals who are observing what you're doing and they are in admiration of it. So even if you can't see your own success right now, then definitely certain other people around you definitely can, okay? With this strength energy being in your blind spot. Furthermore, Virgo, listen, I don't want to sound like I'm preaching or anything like that at you, right? This is in your blind spot, all right? So you don't realize how strong and how determined and how courageous you actually are, have been, and still are, okay? Because that's in your blind spot. And you definitely don't see how much of an influence, a positive influence, that you're being on others around you. It's almost like you're creating magical ripple effects, and you're not fully aware of the ripple effects that you're causing, okay? So yeah, just do keep in mind, Virgo, with great power comes great responsibility, right? Okay, so what is working for you this week? Transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that is happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation because the best is still yet to come. Trust and flow. All is well. Yeah. So what's working out for you, Virgo, is understanding that everything is working out for you exactly the way that it should be, okay? Maybe even a part of what's going on this week is to do with your own soul contracts, right? Maybe. Again, always keep an open mind, right? The Queen of Wands, what's working for you? Speaking of determination, Queen of Wands energy is very determined. It's very, very magnetic. Yes, you are manifesting like a mofo this week, Virgo. I also feel as well that you being busy is actually providing you with a sense of safety, security and direction, which is completely different from a person who is burying themselves in work so that they don't have to look or think about this stuff that they don't want to look or think about, right? Is very much not the case of, oh yeah, you're just keeping yourself busy so that you don't have to focus on the hard stuff. You know how some people do. This is being very productive, very efficient, very magnetic, okay, and again very successful. So yeah, keep the momentum going, Virgo. That's definitely going to work out in your favor. And of course, to keep that positive mindset as well that you've currently got, because it is all working out for you exactly the way that it should be. And then you've got the World. Difficult cycles coming to an end. The start of something very profound and new for you here, Virgo. You genuinely living with purpose because you can feel that sense of belonging. You can feel that sense of, yeah, that this is right, this is for me, that this is, I know that I'm doing the right thing here, like that there is no confusion about that, right? And it's you being able to honestly start creating the best chapter of your life, because remember there how it said the best is still yet to come, right? So you genuinely looking forward to it. You've got the Queen of Swords, Justice, and the Three of Cups. Yeah, so only bring other people on board, as we've already discussed, when you're genuinely feeling ready to do so, and not before, okay? Your first card here was the Queen of Swords, which is the ability to tell people no without feeling bad for that, okay? Justice maybe there is something legal that's going on, or maybe there's something legal that you're needing to take into consideration. Like the combination of that too screams to me as insurance type energy, okay? Just make sure that you've got all of your I's dotted and your T's crossed here. And of course, celebrate your victories along the way, whether they be little ones or big ones, okay? It is really, really important, Virgo, that you do acknowledge how far you've already come and your successes so far, okay? Definitely. How this is likely going to play out, divination. Embrace your powers of divination, yeah. Please don't run from them. Okay, I know that when someone is very, very skilled with divination and things such the like, they can become fearful, right? And I am speaking from past experience with that. Like sometimes, I'm not going to go all into it right now, but sometimes the shit that you can pick up on, it can be scary, right? It can be unnerving. Lean into it, basically. Lean into your skills, lean into your talents, lean into your ability to be able to feel energies, read cards, read the dice or the runes or the crystals or the friggin' tea leaves, whatever it is, sticks. Like, divination comes in so many different forms, right? The main thing to remember, Virgo, with divination is the power doesn't come from the tools that you're using. They are tools. Yes, they still do need to be respected and honored as being spiritual tools, but the power doesn't inherently lay within the tools themselves. The power inherently lays within you. It comes from you, okay? The tools are just a focus point, basically. So embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity, and then it says spiritually gifted. Okay, and I do strongly suspect, Virgo, that this week, this situation that's playing out this week, it is part of your own journey, part of your own spiritual ascension and life purpose. Exactly as we clocked earlier on in your reading, when I thought that was the case, but do you know what I mean? I only had a suspicion. Then when I said that, I didn't actually have the evidence of that. It was a suspicion. This one I'm taking as evidence of that. Okay. So yeah, you're definitely spiritually ascending, even if you don't consider yourself as being particularly spiritual. There's something here deep within you, Virgo, that is always connected to spiritual energies. Whether you want to say that out loud or not, or admit that or not, like, there always is, okay? The Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, for how this is likely going to play out. Honestly, Virgo, you might become frustrated with how shallow everything or everyone seems to be at this time. And I'm seeing you cut off some people, disconnect from some people here, leaving certain groups, no longer believing the same things that you used to. You're pruning, okay? This is pruning energy. You're trimming away anything and everything that's no longer in alignment with you, right? And I don't think that you're going to be looking back either, okay? So yeah, really, really interesting reading here that's coming out for you. For your strongest overall message is actually the Nine of Cups this week, Virgo. So yes, you are taking your happiness and your health far more seriously. Now, obviously, I don't read into health, okay? There are certain things that I do not read into. That's just my own code of ethics that I follow strictly to the letter, okay? So, again, just take it as it resonates. I'm not going to dig deep into this one because, like I've just said, the thing of health has come up. you are taking it more seriously. You are giving yourself more breaks when you're needing them. You are really working towards creating a lifestyle that you're happy with, and then the side effects of that is a happy life. Okay, so you're almost there, Virgo. You're very almost there. Right, let's get you a healing message. Can I have healing and guidance for Virgo, please? Sorry about that little hiccup there. I've just eaten a packet of crisps before I started your reading, Virgo, and they're replaying on me. They are delicious, though, because every time I hiccup, I taste it again, and it's delicious. So, I mean, talk about getting bang for your buck, right? Okay, so you've got number 32, redirection, divine protection. Also, Virgo, if you're interested in this beautiful, beautiful deck, this one is called the Divine Initiation Oracle, and it is by Valkyrie Art. She is absolutely fantastic creator. The information on where you can purchase one of her gorgeous decks can be found in my description box below. Okay, right, so your healing message, you've got this beautiful hamster sign with the protective eye right in the middle. And it says, have you ever found that your perceived missed opportunities were actually blessings in disguise? Sometimes the things that we wish would manifest in life do not always come to fruition, but we must not lose hope. We must remain open to the divine plan, even when it does not align with our expectations. Divine intervention often occurs when our desired manifestations are not always beneficial for our spiritual growth at that particular time. It can also mean that the universe has something greater in store for us, something far beyond what we could ever imagine. It is easy to get caught up in the disappointment of a detour, but remember that the twists and turns that you encounter, they are a necessary part of your journey. Begin to train yourself to see that every roadblock is actually a sign, redirecting you towards your ultimate destination. Remember, redirection is divine protection, and the universe does have your back. And then your affirmation with this one is, I trust in the unfolding of my life. And then your healing crystals is going to be apophyllite and black tourmaline. Okay, so that's how you spell apophyllite. Okay. Yeah, so Virgo, I feel that something's gone on immediately prior, right, to this new inspiration that you had. A disappointment, something going wrong, something falling apart, whatever it was. And it was hard, really, really hard. And this message is heavily insinuating, okay, that shit over there, that didn't work out. And here's the reasons why that didn't work out. Because you've got this now, this coming in. And this is far superior to what you ever had before. Okay. Interesting. Right, so let's take a look at some wonderful words of wisdom from the TUES Tarot, just for a little bit of light-hearted fun at the end of your reading. Okay, remember, don't take this deck too seriously. It's just a bit of cheeky fun. Right, get the fuck over it. I mean, that was straight to the point, wasn't it? Get advice from someone who knows their shit. So yeah, it could be someone legal, okay? A professional to some degree here that you're needing to seek advice from. Let go of idiots and shit that no longer serves you. Yeah, that was pretty much bang on the money for how this is likely going to play out here, with you trimming the fat or doing the pruning. Yeah, that that is literally you getting over the idiots. Right, so that is what I have for you today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. Virgo, if that reading was helpful to you in any way, then I definitely would appreciate a cheeky wee like on the video. That's going to help to send signals to YouTube that you do enjoy my content, and so the next time I upload a brand new reading, you're more likely going to be recommended that. Okay, so it means that you're not going to miss out on my new uploads if you do interact with my channel. And of course, I genuinely do appreciate all interactions as well, because it really does still help me out. So thank you very, very much. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.